To me, technology changes, but one thing that doesn't is authenticity. Marketing is easy, just be you. Be you. I think if people learn to be themselves, everything else kind of lines and becomes easy. So for me, my story has always been rooted in redemption. That's what I do. Every brand that I'm attached to is rooted in redemption. You're looking at a guy that caught his first charge at 13 years old. I started running away from home at 14, 15 years old. I didn't graduate on time. I was homeless, repoed, evicted, incarcerated, all those things. So whenever I get into positions, no matter what business I get into, it is essential for me to be able to open doors for others. One of my favorite quotes is, I'm a Southern gentleman, I'm chivalrous, but I don't just open doors for women, I open them, period. So I understand that my brand is built on being a connector. I am an attachment. I'm a conduit between this energy and that energy, those people and that people, and elevate the masses. That's how you have full autonomy when it comes to being marketing yourself in this community.
Can I add something? This just made me think my day job is executive producer of a lot of top rated shows, podcasts, YouTubes. And I just had this image in my head while you were talking, Taj, of like, do you know how many times I've had to literally like steer people back to themselves? Like they get on a call with me and they're like, hey, I have this show, it's doing great, here's my numbers, but I saw this other show you're doing and like, I like this and I like this and I like this, and I'm like, what do you like about it? And they tell me all these things and I'm like, it's literally nothing that you're doing, and it's not you. Why do you want to do that? How do we get you to become more of yourself versus what you're seeing that you think is successful? When on my measurements and my KPIs, you guys are literally the equivalent of each other, but you just want to do something else that you see that's not you. And like I spend majority of my time steering people back to themselves. And so I think, one, give ourselves grace when it comes to marketing of like, yes, I see other people doing other things and it's successful, and maybe I should be more that way, maybe I should dress up more, maybe I should show up more this way, maybe I should talk like that, maybe I should record like that, maybe I need a more expensive camera. And it's like, what am I good at? What do the people that know me now love about me? What do they say about me? What's their favorite things? Ask your friends, ask your family, ask the folks around you, ask your coworkers, ask the people that are connected to you. What are the things that they are complimenting you on? What lights your soul on fire? What makes you feel like you are showing up in the world in a special way? Quit worrying about what everybody else is doing. Look in the mirror. That will get you there.
And to piggyback on what she said, see, for me, everything is spiritual, as y'all pretty much figured out already. But for me, man, a lot of us grew up in church, but we didn't grow up in Christ. That's why we know and sing a lot of hymns, but we don't really know him. And when I say him, I mean the divine, I mean the consciousness of Christ, Christ consciousness, which means you got to know who you are and whose you are. And if you know that, you won't subject yourself to compromise that identity to fit in the carbon copy with what the world got going on. You really got to understand who you are, because nobody, I keep saying, nobody can do you better than you. Social media got people fooled. It's the comparisons that steal your joy. You're trying to do something like somebody else, and that's what's stunting your growth. Yeah. Walk in your divine purpose. Step that thing out and go do what God has planned for you.
And, and for that, I think a lot of people are in business simply because they're copying and what they perceive as freedom, but they don't start with mission. They don't start with calling. And so I know that we're talking about freaking marketing, but thankfully we can talk about business. Like I said, I started in ministry. I love talking to people about where they're from, their vision, their passion, their goals. Why websites? Because when someone talks about their About Us page and you say, where are you from and what's your story, they start choking. I don't know, just put anything up there. I'm selling landscaping services. I got a buddy right now who's dialing me in, Daryl Turner. He's got a pest control service, trying to rack his brain on what to put in his About Us page. And the real question is, do you know who you are? I love this. And whose you are. Because if you don't know that, why are you showing up in business? You might as well just say, I just need your money. As opposed to, I'm here for a bigger purpose. So I love that right there.
And that's when it becomes your passion. It becomes a passion project for you, so you don't outgrow it. You don't get tired of it, because you understand you're serving a specific purpose, not only in your life, but others as well.
Oh, why y'all
let me hear you say sheesh one time.